Abdominal migraine is a diagnosis that I don't like to use, but it is used by some doctors, and I want to explain exactly what it is, how doctors settle on the diagnosis of abdominal migraine, and what you can do about it that probably no one else has told you about yet. Hi, I'm Dr. Stephen Wangen, the founder and medical director of the IBS Treatment Center. Over the years, I've had the privilege to work with a number of patients who've been diagnosed with abdominal migraines. And I used to be intimidated by this diagnosis and wondered if there was really any way to help these patients, but I've since learned that there is a great deal that can be done and that you should expect to get better from what most people think of as a very mysterious condition. Now, what are abdominal migraines? Well, abdominal migraines are simply cases of abdominal pain that last up to 3 days. And they are more often diagnosed in children, but they can be diagnosed in adults as well. And that pain might be accompanied by nausea and or vomiting and the loss of appetite. Now, some people also get headaches or migraines, but most people with abdominal migraines do not also experience regular migraines, right, or headaches. And sometimes it also does involve a sensitivity to light and or sound. Now, the diagnosis of abdominal migraines is completely based on your symptoms. There's no test for it, and there is no way to confirm that it really is an abdominal migraine. It's really more of a guess based on symptoms than any kind of real science. And doctors came up with this diagnosis as a way to classify these particular symptoms. It's not really based on anything other than what a patient reports to the doctor. So, right, it's based on what you're telling the doctor, just saying, these are my symptoms. Now, it's actually really very similar in that way to IBS, or what we call irritable bowel syndrome, right? Because neither diagnosis is very helpful in that neither diagnosis leads to any kind of really useful outcome. You just report, here's my symptoms, they give it a label, and you're still left searching for answers. Now, what causes abdominal migraines? Well, first, let's be completely clear that the idea that the abdomen is experiencing a migraine is just completely hypothetical. It might sound really clever if you're not paying attention, but don't let that fool you. Let's also be really clear that these are symptoms. They're not a cause, right? An abdominal migraine is not a cause. It's a symptom. It's just a label given to your symptom. So something is always causing abdominal pain. And it's probably not a mysterious neurological problem that you can't put your finger on that's just been given a label that nobody really understands. And the same goes for nausea and vomiting and the rest of it that's been cataloged under abdominal migraine. So always be very suspicious when the medical system sells you your symptoms right back to you as the cause of your problem. And they just love to repackage symptoms, right? They put a fancy name on them and then they tell you that your symptoms are caused by a condition that is literally defined by your symptoms. This happens all the time, happens every day, and that is exactly what is happening with abdominal migraines. So don't just give up or give in when you're told that. Keep asking questions, because like with everything else, when it comes to your health, you have to be an advocate for yourself and keep asking questions when others are trying to sound super impressive and make you think you just don't really understand what's going on, right? Well, you probably do actually. Trust your instinct on that. Now, how to treat abdominal migraines, right? Back to our original question that we want the answer to. So how do you do that? Well, the good news is that I've seen a number of patients diagnosed with abdominal migraine, and they almost always get all better. Now, first, of course, we need to figure out, well, what really is the cause of the problem, right? What's the root cause? And I can tell you that most of the time, it's most likely a food reaction. But since most doctors don't even believe in food reactions for the most part, they can't help you diagnose them, right? So you're kind of stuck. But it makes sense. If you have abdominal pain and it's not something else that they rule out, right? Like a tumor or an injury or appendicitis or your gallbladder or your kidneys or your uterus, then it's something else that's going on in your gut. And food reactions are by far the single most common thing that's going on in the gut. I see this all the time. Now, figuring out your food reaction is a lot easier said than done, and it can take some real effort because, number one, our food is just super complicated. And also, just because when you eat something it doesn't seem to cause a problem doesn't mean that it isn't the problem, because you'll say, well, sometimes I eat that and it's fine, and other times I eat it and I'm not really sure, right? That's the tricky part. One of the tricky parts about food reactions is it doesn't always add up the same. So you need somebody to help you sort that out. Also, keep in mind that it could be literally any food. So don't assume, for example, that it's just got to be gluten or, whatever the major thing is that people are talking about these days. And a really good doctor who focuses on food reactions can help you figure out what, if any, food is really the problem. Now, there's another major area that causes abdominal pain and nausea and vomiting, and that involves problems with the microbiome in your gut. Now, microbiome issues are also poorly understood by most doctors. They know about it, they know it's important, but they don't know how to assess your microbiome or what to do with it. So again, you're going to need to find a doctor, somebody like myself, who specializes in this and can help you figure it out. But once you do find somebody like that, things are going to start to make a whole lot more sense, and you won't have to believe in super complicated diagnoses that you don't really understand, because none of us understand abdominal migraine, and that obviously don't cure your problem. And you'll figure out, exactly what is wrong and what's going on. So interestingly, the same is true for regular migraines, headache migraines too. They're frequently caused by food allergies and food intolerances and reactions, and people generally get better when they figure out what it is. In fact, I literally just saw a patient last week who reported that her migraine headaches were now gone because we focused on these underlying issues that I've been talking about. I would love to hear about your experience with abdominal migraines and the medical system, and if you happen to notice any relationship between your food or your diet and your symptoms. So please share your stories in the comment section below, and I'm sure lots of other people would love to hear about it too. And if you need help sorting out what's going on with your abdominal migraine, give us a call at the IBS Treatment Center. We would love to work with you, and we can work with you via telemedicine regardless of where you live. And we can help you sort through all of these issues that I've just been speaking about here today. Now, if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more information about how to protect your health. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. We create informative videos like this weekly. So if you enjoyed it, please help our channel by sharing a screenshot or the link to the video on Facebook or Instagram or your favorite social media. And be sure to tag me wherever you post and let me know what you liked about the video and what topics you'd like me to discuss in the future. If you visit our website at ibstreatmentcenter.com, we're currently offering a free ebook on how to beat IBS, so be sure to check that out. It's time to take control of your digestive problems and get your life back. I'd also appreciate it if you could subscribe to our channel here, like this video, and leave a comment or question below. I'll do my best to read and respond to all of them. Thank you, and until next time.